Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today. This is an interesting one, for once in a little while. It's all been Chelsea, but today I've thought, you know what, let's switch it up. Let's switch up and see what's going on elsewhere. We've been so focused on Lukaku and the saga and the drama, but hey, you know, our drama has kind of, maybe begun to come to an end. Whereas at Manchester United, it's ongoing and it's hotter than ever. So we're going to address it. Before we do though, and before I get into my thoughts, especially from a Chelsea perspective, I think it's a good thing. I haven't really discussed United in recent times, so it's only right that I do, except for the Ole Gunnar Solskjaer times. But since then, I haven't really spoken about the players, that team, that club, what they're going through. So we'll get to it. Two things before we get into it though. Firstly, as you can see, the little addition on the desk here, 100k, all thanks to all of you, much appreciated. Thank you so much. I told you all my thanks yesterday. Once again, guys, thank you all so much to everyone that has subscribed, much appreciated. Onwards and upwards to 200, 300, and the journey goes on. Also, don't forget, check out the OneFootball app. Link in the description. All of your footballing needs. It's where I go to for my latest. I found out about a piece of news that I'm about to give you right now on OneFootball. So we're going to get into it, but make sure you hit that link in the description. Download the OneFootball app and enjoy. Also, my FIFA career mode, my FIFA Chelsea career mode, episode 5 is uploaded on my second channel. Link in the description. Link to that video right here as well. You can check it out after you are done. It's live and ready to be watched. Enjoy. Now, Manchester United. So Man United have gotten rid of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and they brought in, who's labelled as the Professor, the man who made Jurgen Klopp, the man who made yours truly, the guy that's won all of that, Thomas Tuchel, and the man who made Nagelsmann, the man who made Hasenhüttl. So all of these managers have learned from Ralf Rangnick. Ralf Rangnick has come into Manchester United, and albeit, I got to give credit here to Ralf Rangnick, he is only here on an interim basis. He's here for 6 months, and then he's going upstairs, right? So, we can't look at him and go, oh, you're a rubbish manager, you don't know what you're doing. He's walked into this club, and there are severe problems that go beyond the manager, and quite clearly so, because we were all under the impression that as soon as Ole Gunnar Solskjaer walks out of the door and they get someone with a proper football brain in, that the problems are going to be sorted and United are going to start winning. And with Ronaldo at the club, he's going to spearhead them to victory in probably 95% of all matches. Yeah, it's gone left, very left, and that hasn't been the case. So what's the problem? Today, and as of yesterday anyway, there have been reports that Manchester United players are seriously unhappy. And I read the reports that have come out today, and I couldn't believe what I've read. I can't believe it. Let's get into it. I'm going to show you just how deep this crisis at Manchester United has gone. Right? And then we're going to really analyze into it. So, check this out. I couldn't believe... Now, if this is legit or not, I don't know. But, to be honest, it says Ralf Rangnick has had meetings with all of these players. And this is the consensus. So, take it away. Here it is. Manchester United face an exodus of players with 17 first team stars unhappy, with Cavani, Pogba and Van der Beek among those in divided squad who could leave before next season. Goes on to say Manchester United's mediocre season is taking a turn for the worse with its stars. Many are unhappy at Old Trafford and seeking pastures new before next season. Interim manager Ralf Rangnick is aware of the divided dressing room at United. This article goes on to say that Ralf Rangnick had meetings with all of these players, individually as well as group, and 17 of them are unhappy. 17 of the first team squad. How many players are there in the first team squad? 23? 24? 25? Let's say 25, just for the sake of maybe being a little bit extra. Yeah, 17 of 25 are completely like, no, I'm done. I'm unhappy. I read 2 days ago that apparently the atmosphere at the training ground at Carrington is oppressive. Here's what I think, right? And It's crazy to see the downfall of Manchester United. The standards have slipped. Not necessarily in terms of the club, I would think. I mean, surely not. It's Manchester United. Even with Alex Ferguson at board level and all of that, surely they have some sort of, brain to analyse this is not a good situation. Surely. But the squad, the players, the ones who are wearing that shirt are letting standards slip very badly. Very badly. We checked this out. This is from Manchester Evening News. MEN apparently are quite well connected with Man United and what goes on over there. So check this out. Manchester United players sick to death of club's falling standards. Which is quite ironic because they're the ones in the driving seat and they're the ones who can change it. It's crazy. Now, Ed Woodward has left, as of today, I think, and they've taken their managing director and stuck him as chief executive, so I don't know if things are going to change in that aspect. But here's what I think. I think that there are many entitled players at that club. I think under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, a lot of those players in the squad have found life pretty easy. You come in, you're not really put through too many drills, you're not put through your paces, it's not too intense, because let's face it, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is not a world-class manager. He's not someone who's going to be drilling in proper elite methodology into these players throughout every single training session. And to perform at the highest level, you need to be training like an absolute machine. Right, to keep up and be at the top of the Premier League. Go and look how City train under Pep. Go and look how Liverpool train under Klopp. Go and look at how Chelsea are training under Tuchel. Go and look at how Spurs are now training under Conte. And, we know what Conte's like. He demands 800%, right? You ain't stopping. At Chelsea, it was so bad that Musonda collapsed in training because it was too intense. That's how Conte does things. At Manchester United, I think players have gotten used to the easy life. You come into training, it's all fun and games, it's all smiley. You play a game, you lose, everyone's a little peed off, and then, it's not a big deal, it's all right, we're getting paid good money. I think everyone there has kind of gotten used to the bad standards. And now that they're losing games, they're probably, some of them clocking on going, maybe the standards are slipping a little bit. No, the players need to deal with the fact that they now need to be put through their paces. They need to be pushed. They need to go through a hard time now. Hard work is needed. And I think as a lot of these players in the squad that haven't quite realised that, and now it's happening to them because, let's face it, Ralf Rangnick knows a thing or two about football. He's not stupid. And I think, especially him coming into United, I think what he's done with these reports coming out now, the fact that they're not enjoying training, that means they're being pushed. If you don't enjoy something, right, it means that you are being put through torture. Let's have it right. You are being put through something that isn't easy and you're not liking it. Now, whether they have the passion to push themselves through it, that's a different story. I don't think they do. I think they have, been hit with this since Ralf Rangnick has walked in, and they're, are they spoilt? Are they, entitled, as I've already said? Are they players that are just like, who does he think he is? Maybe they're of that attitude. And I think, Ralf Rangnick is not going to find that easy. I don't think he is finding it easy. The problem with United is that there are many players there that should not be at Man United. Let's have it right. There are players in that squad that should not be playing for Manchester United. Do we recognise who Manchester United are? Without question, biggest club in the country. Without question. They should be one of the elite teams in the world. Yeah? When you talk of Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, when you think of England, Manchester United, we have to be honest, is the first club that pops to anyone around the world's minds. When you think of elite. But the standards are slipping now. The standards are slipping. Results are slipping. It's been how long since Man United won a league title? 8 years. That's unheard of. When was the last time that happened? The entire Alex Ferguson era, they didn't go that long without a league title. I'm pretty sure of it. Surely. It's not Man United. It shouldn't be Man United. But the truth is, there are players in that squad that are just not the calibre. They don't belong at that calibre. And I think there needs to be, now that Ed Woodward's walked out of the door, I don't know how United fans are really feeling in terms of the Glazers and the investment. Is their money being spent? Are they happy with the money being spent? Is it the wrong players that they're getting? Is it similar to how Arsenal are operating in terms of money is being spent? You can't use that excuse anymore, but probably not the right guys. Except for this summer that's just gone by, they've actually made a couple of good acquisitions. In terms of Man United, is that the case? Is that what needs to be addressed? Man United fans, if you are listening, hit me in the comments. Let me know. But with this and what's happening now, I think a lot of these players need to get a grip. Get a grip. Get a grip, work hard, be put through your paces and do it. Just get on with it. Get on with it. They have to. And if they do have that attitude of, I'm not going to, and they have an ego as massive, the size of flipping Manchester, then they got to leave the club. Simple as that. But Ralph Rangnick, I think, clearly, after hearing these, I think he's doing the right thing in terms of training and possibly putting through them their paces. But who comes next? That's the question. Is it Pochettino? Is it Ten Hag? Are they going to face the same issues? Right now, I think they will. And I don't think, even though Ollie's gone, I think you bring any manager in, they're not going to sort this out unless certain players leave and get out the door and top players are brought in to come and play for Manchester United and bring them back to the level they should be. Because as I've said, it's Manchester United we're talking about here. It's not, with all due respect, we're not talking about Southampton or Burnley. This is Man United, There are players in this squad that are not good enough. Not good enough. They're just not good enough. No matter what you do with them, they're not good enough. And then there's some of them that I do think have talent, but they don't want to push themselves. And they don't want to try and take themselves to the next level. They think they've already made it. As well as that, I think there are some players that have the ego, the size of flipping, as I've already said, Manchester. And that needs to be addressed, despite them having the talent. Is there a morale? Is there a mental attitude problem? I think there's a complete mix of things in that dressing room, and it's not helping. But let's see what happens with Man United. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. The one thing, when I look for it, from it as a Chelsea fan, from a Chelsea point of view, we've seen what's just happened with Lukaku. We have this thing where we are trying to get rid of player power. It's been a problem at Chelsea for years. With the way that this whole Lukaku situation has been handled, and funnily enough, talking about Lukaku, Man United fans were talking about Lukaku and the way that he was operating and his what he said in the past and the fact that United fans weren't really happy with him and all of that. Well, look at the players in United squad now. You might be finding similar issues over there, except actually probably worse. With Lukaku and the fact that Chelsea managed to deal with that, I think there's a case of Chelsea trying to deal with that player power now. Trying to send that message out to everyone and anyone that comes to Chelsea that you don't mess about here. You don't do that anymore. That's long gone. At Man United, maybe the same sort of treatment is needed. Whoever doesn't like it, get out. If you're going to be here, you're going to work at 200%. You're going to give it your all and you're going to get on with it. Simple as that. Let me know. Do you agree or disagree? I'd love to hear it. Man United fans, let me know in the comments what you guys think. Thank you all so much for watching. Make sure to catch my preview to Chelsea versus Chesterfield FA Cup tomorrow. That's going to be a very interesting preview because I'm going to give you a little hint as to where I'm going to go with it. I don't want to see any big main first team player in that team for Saturday because we're playing Chesterfield, who play in the Conference League. And no, not Europa Conference League, because that's probably what everyone thinks now. The actual conference below League 2. That's where they play. So it's going to be an interesting game on Saturday. Preview to that will be uploaded tomorrow, so make sure you catch that here. Thank you all so much for watching. Hit that subscribe button if you are new. Hit that notification bell to be notified once I've uploaded. Smash the like button if you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to check out my FIFA Chelsea career mode on my second channel. Check out my Twitch. Make sure you follow me there. Links in the description. I'll see all of you tomorrow. Have a good one, people. See you in a bit. Take care and peace.